Yo, so many game members, and welcome back to more LEGO Indiana Jones Original Adventures. Well, last episode we completed the 4th level of Last Crusade, Trouble in the Sky, and this episode we're going to be completing the 5th level of the Last Crusade, Desert Ambush. Let's do it. Okay, so the true adventure requirement for this level is going to be 100,000 studs, which, while it's not as bad as Escape the Mines was, it's still pretty darn close. Anyway, there are a lot of studs we can grab because it is, towards the end it does become a lot more vehicle-based, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still 100,000 studs we have to gather, so yeah, it's still going to be quite a bit of a problem for us to obtain it, but I have no fear whatsoever in our ability to obtain it as long as we smash everything we see. Anyway, we're going to smash up this truck right here in order to get our... Okay, can we ditch the gun, please? The gun is making this much harder. We're going to destroy the truck entirely for some extra studs. I'm going to do the same thing with this truck over here. The difference being that this time we are going to get a bunch of pieces out the front that we can reassemble into a crate of parts, and there are going to be 3 crates in this area that we need to use to construct a bulldozer so that we can escape through those barricades up there, those barriers up there. So carry the crate that pops out until... Actually, we're here. I guess we should probably take these guys out first. There we are. Carry the crate over to the right side of the area, drop it on any of the 3 green pads, and once we do that, we are going to head further along the right side of the area when we are going to find... we're going to find horses. Oh, that was Sala. You know what? Funny, this is what I say. Don't attack these guys. They're your friends. And then I go to attack Sala anyway, and he's my friend. So, yikers. Okay. So, here's that horse I was mentioning earlier. Now, what you need to do is you need to use the horse to launch yourself up onto that little pillar right there and grab the second crate of parts. However, we have something else we want to do with this horse. Before we do that, we're going to carry it to the left side of the area and then use it to launch ourselves up there to that second ledge. You can see it. So just like we did in Raise the Lost Ark, we're going to launch ourselves up there, grab onto the handrail, and here is the artifact piece. We're going to ignore the sweep point for now. We're not going to be touching that. We're not even going to be touching that in free play mode, believe it or not. We will come back to that when the time is right. For now, though, that is now we're going to have to... I think the horse is already on his way back over to the right side of the area, which is good for us, because we still need to use that horse to get that second crate of parts. So let's grab the horse, head around here, and if we stand around here, there should be enough to launch us up. So let's do this, and perfect landing. Grab the second crate, and here we are. Now, the third crate is going to be inside the cave that you may have seen a little bit earlier. It's blocked off by a bunch of wood boards. You see it, the entrance is right there, so we're going to head there next, break open the wood boards, and proceed into the cave. First thing you want to do, grab this lion head on the left side of the area, and then reattach it with its larger body, like so. And then you can grab the artifact piece that spawns as a result of doing so. Unfortunately, we cannot burst open these crates because we do not have any form of explosive, but they will be there for when we return from the modes. Now I want to switch to Sala and use the shovel to dig open these cogs right here, reassemble the cogs, and immediately jump onto the lift so we can get up here, grab the blue stud of Sala, and then we'll climb up here as Indy, like so. And believe me when I say that I've never been more tempted in my life to swing over there and grab those sweet, sweet purple studs with such a high value true adventure reward, but unfortunately, we cannot do that in story mode. Anyway, they want you to take the elevator here, but as I accidentally demonstrated, you can just fall straight off and you'll be perfectly fine. And once you have all 3 parts, reassemble the pieces to form a bulldozer as I mentioned earlier. And now you are ready to leave the area, but we're not going to do that just yet because we want to collect more studs. So we're just going to mow over everything in this area, including these pieces right here, so we can reassemble a silver tower, which we will then destroy with the bulldozer. We need to destroy 3 of these. There are 3 of these in the area that we need to destroy in order to get our hands on the final artifact piece in this first canyon. The third one's going to be over on the right side of the area. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so we're going to switch to solid to help us out with this one to get up out of the ground. Switch back to bulldozer, and there it is. Final artifact piece of this section taken care of. So now that is pretty much everything in the area except for this grass up here and the blue stud up there, which I definitely want to get my hands on. So we'll reassemble these pieces into a ladder. There we are. And up we go to get this blue stud as well as this one over here. And look at that. We are nearly at halfway to 100,000, so not too shabby for just the first area. And we haven't even gotten to the real vehicle combat yet. However, I do want to make a very quick note about this upcoming section, is that if for some reason you are playing this level after having completed free play for Castle Rescue, and you have the disarm enemies parcel from Castle Rescue, turn it off for this upcoming section. Just turn it off. Trust me. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is head over to this side of the area where you're going to find a bunch of jiggling Lego parts to construct a ladder. And while you do want to reassemble these pieces, you don't want to stand still for too long, as in you want to build the build the ladder up in stages, because if you don't, then he will laser you with his bazooka, and you will not stand a chance. So we're going to build it in pieces. Okay, he's driving away so I can finish the build properly. Now, in order to get the first artifact piece, we're going to stand over by the silver crate and wait for him to stop moving. Let him take aim at us. Here, let me get his attention. Fire at the silver crate. Move out of the way. He missed. That's fine. We'll let him take another shot. And there we go. In case you haven't figured it out yet. Okay, so we're going to have him destroy this as well. In case you haven't figured it out yet, the entire premise behind this area is that we need to trick him into destroying things that we can then use to our advantage. And that is not possible when you have the disarm enemies cheat enabled, because it prevents enemies from firing their weapons. So if you have that enabled, disable it for just this section. Trust me on this one. Because obviously if you don't, he can't shoot the things that you need him to shoot. Anyway, now that we've assembled this oil, because the whole reason why we told him to destroy that stuff is to create an oil spill, which we can then ride up to get that artifact piece like so. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to head over to where you find this crate and shove it off the edge like so. I almost didn't. Or, I mean, I didn't, but I almost did. Okay. And we're going to reassemble these pieces. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to trick him into destroying this stuff towards the back side of the area. Nah, 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 you can't catch me. You hit Sala, you twit. Nah, 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 you can't catch me. Move out of the way. And now we can very quickly reassemble these pieces. Quickly now. Nearly there. Dodge it. Boom. To create a army of flowers around us, like so, and in addition to that, an artifact piece is going to spawn. So that's that. I'm going to grab all the artifact pieces in the area before we actually focus on taking him down, because we do actually need to defeat this tank in order to proceed to the next area. But it will be a lot easier to do that when I'm not scrambling around to get artifact pieces. So once you have Saul up here, Saul unfortunately took a fall, but we're gonna get him back up there. Don't even worry about it. As you may have seen, there's a little patch of dirt that we need to use him to dig up, and there's the studs down there that I want. I want those studs, but I can't get them too far away. Alright, pick it up. Don't hit me, don't hit me! Okay, good, you missed. Pick it up and put it down on the green pad, and reassemble these pieces into an orange handle that we can then push. Give me all those studs, and thank you very much. Push until it gets over the lip of the hill and crashes into the rocks. Oh dear. Oh dear, and he's in a bit of a tough spot. Oh, he made it inside it. Neato. And now we can access the third and final artifact piece of the area. So let's just head over there and grab it. Please don't shoot me with a bazooka on the way. You nailed Sala again. Sala's really good at getting hit by that bazooka. Alright, 1 blue stud, 2 blue stud, and an artifact piece to boot. But I got killed by the blast anyway, which is fun times and happiness. Anyway, that's all artifact pieces of the air, which means now we can actually focus. Well, sort of. I'm gonna do a quick run around to destroy as much stuff as I can for some extra studs. And then it'll be time to actually start taking him down. Alright, I'm pretty content with my study cam right now. So, as I've been accidentally doing, I've been tricking him into shooting this wagon right here, this wagon down here, and I also pushed that crate off the ledge earlier. All 3 of these jiggling Lego pieces can be reassembled into proximity mines. So, you trick him into shooting open this silver wagon right here, reassemble piece to come out into a proximity mine. You do the same thing with this wagon up here. I already did that, accidentally. So I'll just reassemble them into proximity. Don't hit me! Well, I didn't lose any studs, which is good. But then he did still take the fall, unfortunately. Nice, alright. That's 2 proximity mines down. We just got 1 more to go. And once all 3 proximity mines are down, you don't really have to do anything else. There we are. Now we just have to wait for him to run into all 3 of them. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. He's out of hearts, and he's just gonna run away like a coward. It's almost too easy. Anyway, once you're satisfied with your stud count in this area, you can feel free to head on to the next one. Alright, first things first. Trick him into destroying that silver box right here, in which we're going to find a key. Hold on to this key for later. Then what we're going to do is grab on either one of these horses very quickly and launch... Oh dear, that wasn't part of the plan. Get onto the horse and launch yourself up onto this ledge very quickly. Don't shoot my horse, thank you. I like to keep my horse alive. Alright, I'm going to turn the key to activate a platform above us. Now I can climb up here and not only grab a purple stud to push us over the edge to get True Adventurer. Well, nearly. Now we have it. But we can also... Ow, that was a fail. We can leap across here and grab our hands on the final artifact piece of the level. Not too shabby. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about any more artifact pieces. We can just focus on getting to the end of the level. And to do that, we want to leap across these gaps. Now, you're not invincible up here. You can still be shot by the tank from up here, so you want to be very vigilant as to where he is and whether he has a good shot up on you. But either way, just head over to this side of the area and he will crash through the rocks and proceed onward. Now, if you want some extra studs, you can obviously hang behind and grab some of the blue ones underneath the ledges. But I'm not going to waste too much time with it just because we already have over 100,000 studs. So, I mean, I say, okay, of course, I say I'm not going to waste too much time with it, but then I proceed to go on and break every single plant in the area. So, what you going to do, I suppose? Well, I may as well go all the way now. Okay, we almost have 120,000, and yeah, okay, I'm going to stop now. We're just going to grab on the horse and ride it into the... Okay, well, now I have to stop off and destroy this stuff because it's caught my eye. Okay, now I'm done. Now, I promise you, I stand by my word. We're done breaking stuff. Let's head to the next area, the final area of the level. Okay, so much like the truck chase from level 5 of Raiders of the Lost Ark, we are sat atop this truck, or this tank, and a bunch of soldiers are going to come rushing at us. Then, you have to sit here, wait for the soldiers to come towards you, and throw them off the edge or punch them down to bits. Then, after a certain point, after a certain number of soldiers are finished getting their faces beaten in, Vogel himself will come out of the tank, and then we will have to deal with him. But that time has not come just yet. We have a few more soldiers to take out. Now it's time for him to come up and face us. Just get as many hits in as you can before he retreats back into the tank. And then you have to face off a couple more waves of soldiers. And that's basically all this fight is. It's soldiers going to rush you from all angles. And you have to clear all of them out before Vogel will have the guts to face you again. Hit him as many times as you can before he retreats back into the tank. Rinse and repeat until the level is complete. Not nearly as exciting as the truck chase from Raiders of the Lost Ark, because in that one you were actually hopping between trucks. But this is still a pretty fun ride, if I do say so myself. Alright, come on. Come and face us, buddy. Thank you very much. That was your fatal mistake. Have a nice day. And you gonna come out and face us now? Yes, you are. Alright, get a few hits in, and it'll only take one more round of him coming out of the tank to finish him off. So let's just deal with these soldiers as they come to us. And believe it or not, it was actually easier to get True Adventurer in this level than it was in Motorcycle Escape. Probably because in this level there wasn't an armada of bazooka troopers trying to shoot us down, so nice how that works out. Alright, we have another wave of soldiers coming in, or is it time to vote with the faces once again? Oh dear. Goodbye, truck. Nope, time for this once again. Level ends when he's down. Level complete, free play unlocked. Today we unlocked Sala with his fez cap on. Did I just say fez cap? I just said fez cap. With his fez on. We of course unlocked True Adventurer and raised our total stud count by that value. And unlocked 7 artifact pieces. And that is going to be the episode of LEGO Indiana Jones Original Adventure. So, I would like to thank you for watching. See you in the next episode, and until then, it's been a game. You have to sign off saying I hope your fans have a good day, and I will continue time for some more LEGO Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. Goodbye!